We're with La Luna now. It's really early in the morning. We were called to do things the way in which we were because the moon was actually at 5:05 p.m. EDT. Okay? So last night when we were in the sun, hanging with the masculine, when we were receiving our messages, things were happening. And I got an activation last night, guys. I thought I was having a stroke, a heart attack, something. The energy was moving through my being, my vibration, my body was... I raised my vibration. I've amped up my detoxification process. I can smell better. I can think better. I can hear better. I can feel like I'm purging. And it's like, it's when we level up. And, wow. I had to let what was clearing out of my chakras move. And I felt my crown like it was going to explode. And the energy was moving through my body, and I laid down and I worked on my breathing. And you know, guys, this is where we know self, because sometimes when this happens, it feels like we're having a stroke or a heart attack. So we have to know the difference. Like if we're having a stroke or a heart attack, we got to go to the doctor. Get help, right? But I knew it was my chakras. I hung with myself. I laid down. I did my breathing techniques, and whoa, like when I woke up this morning, like the way I could smell the water. I could smell scents, and I'm already pretty good with my scent. But wow, it's just amped up. We're amping things up. We're raising our vibration into new earth. Now they've shown me the Queen of Swords. We're working with our perceptions. We're healing from detachment. Remember, this is about unity. We must become perceptive. This is about liberty. And look, the tree of life, our divine blueprint, our expansion pathway. And the Queen of Swords is connected to justice, Libra. Remember, we're working on the shape. Because we're healing from corruption. We're working on the shape of unconditional love. And that is connected to formation. We're no longer in disillusion. We're in formation, and we're working with La Luna and the sun. We're grounding the heavens to the earth. The Ace of Pentacles. And we're forming it from above and below. As above, so below. We're forming it with the elements. We're forming it with the all. We're forming it. It's beautiful. It's our new patterning. It's been activated, and it's thanks to La Luna on the path of the moon. And this is connected to double helix activations. And we may feel like we're going mad, but we're not. We're in a time of introspection. That scarab beetle, that sacred beetle, is going to help us to heal with our chakras and make the connections we need to make. That's the time we're in. Now, right up over my shoulder is La Luna and Mars. Guys, look at La Luna. Beautiful. And there, right up here, there is Mars. They're hanging out. They're communicating. They're vibing. They're harmonizing. They're making things happen down here for us. From the heavens to the earth through us. We are expanding. This is beautiful. I tried to get him in the shot, guys. It was so hard. We're going to start off. Let's just start getting our messages here. I'm trying not to speak too loud, as I live in a metropolis and it's 4 a.m. now. We started preparing at 3:30. Okay. Artemis. And we're recharging. Because we know this is a fire moon. We're recharging, but it's connected to air, concession. And we know we're being set forth with a challenge. This challenge is of air. It's connected to justice. It's the form, the patterning that we need, make the shapes we need. We're working with sacred geometry, guys. And guys, remember, sacred geometry is one of the unspoken languages of communication. And we're going to remove our mask. We're revisiting something. Okay, guys? We're revisiting something. We're in a time of revision. We've raised our vibration, and remember, past, present, and future are meeting up. We've raised our vibration. This challenge that we've been set forth, it's a new challenge, but it's connected to past, present, and future. And we've raised our vibration. We can do this, okay, guys? We're seeing something from a different perception. We're seeing something from another angle. We're not the same person. We have expanded. And when we remember this, it's going to help us. Well, look at that. The white goddess, Aries of fire. Guys, I love my moon cards. They're always spot on. I love them. Key phrase, play it cool if possible. We need to play it cool because we're doing impulse control healing. And that's how we're recharging. We're adding the positive charge to the negative situations. This figure, the huntress, here stands poised, alert, her wings spread in preparation for flight. Sister of the sun god Apollo, Artemis shares the domain of light, but hers is that of reflected light of the moon. Her transparent pale blue garment represents the cool moonlight. On either side of her are the animals that represent the opposing sides of her character. And remember, guys, we all have opposing sides within us. And that's how those two cups are connected. The cup from the devil energies and the cup with spirit. The cup of that we're working on. The Ace of Cups, filling the well. In her right hand, she clasps a lioness, symbolizing the part of her nature that is a huntress, cruel, vengeful, pleasure-seeking, and competitive. Everything that's connected to what we're healing from. In her left hand, she clasps a deer, symbolizing the part of her nature that is fast, sure-footed, but inevitably always the victim. She wears the protective wrist bands of the archer, and around her waist is knotted the girdle of the virgin. Beneath the image are the symbol for the fire sign Aries and the moon disk of the white goddess. Now the meaning. The goddess warns you that your own impetuosity and cleverness can destroy the very things you desire. Although there is a temptation to be competitive, you should try not to engage in rash action and battling behavior. Instead, we urge you to be more cool, more sophisticated. Approach the matter in question. Now that is healing from competitiveness, the Five of Wands charge, and we're being more cool, more level-headed, the energy of Aquarius. We're cooling things down. Okay, guys, we're going to add some water. We're going to temper things with some water and some air. So we're going to dry it up, right? When things get really watery, we've got to dry it up. We need some air. Okay, the nature of fire in Aries is naturally hot-blooded and impatient. Care must be taken not to stumble. So care must be taken not to stumble. And this is connected to April. Of course, the time of Aries. Now, guys, we're going to read concession, and we'll see what that's connected to with Libra. Okay, guys? Okay. The sun now lights only a thin crescent on the left moon, and it nears the end of its monthly cycle. During this period, the concentration of your mental abilities produces the seeds for the future. And there it is, guys. It is a time for making concessions and adjusting ideas to new circumstances. I'm going to say that again. It is a time for making concessions and adjusting ideas to new circumstances. So we're adjusting now. We're in a time of alchemy. We're in a time of attunement. We're in a time of adjusting to the new. Our connection to the moon in Libra. No matter how pleasurable you find the company of others, sometimes you need solitude in order to get your head together. This is that time. And guys, I sure have been feeling like this. I've been feeling like this right now. Oh, we're going this way. No, we're going this way. I was right to begin with. All right. Guys, remember precipices here. And this is connected to Sagittarius, so we know we're working with Sagittarius. This is our connection to Jupiter and Mars. So, working with our abundance, and Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, with Mars, the planet of the masculine and force. So, the masculine is expanding. Jupiter and Mars conjoin this Sagittarian moon, and the symbolism here is for the moon and the sun, connection between the feminine and masculine. Now, the moon in this mansion promotes impetuous and enthusiastic action. Mars, traditionally impulsive and hot-headed, is energized and pushed to the limit by the expansive nature of Jupiter. We need this right now. And it's not only the expansive nature of Jupiter, but the optimistic, expansive nature of Jupiter. And there it is, positivity. This is the gambler's card. It indicates the making of reckless decision, probably about something quite serious. Now, we're not making reckless decision. That's why we've been told to be in a pause and wait, to analyze the information. We're working with our impetuosity, a reckless decision, so we're not going to feed off our impulses. This is connected to the challenge that we're being set forth. We're not going to feed off our impulses. We're not going to be reckless. Okay, remember, we're in a time of revision with this challenge. But remember, we're going to recharge, guys. We need to recharge, okay? This phase in the moon loses all of its light and does not sit easily with any of the fire signs. Concerned with creative action, movement, and energy, being forced to rest and recoup your powers. So look, we're being forced to do something that's making us feel uncomfortable. The fire signs don't like this, but we're going to do it. Moon in Aries. The inaction of this period can produce extreme and aggressive reaction. You are inclined to force open doors that inevitably led you nowhere until finally you are prepared to accept the need to rest. So look at that. We are opening doors that lead us nowhere so that we recharge and rest and add that positive charge to our negative situations. We're being put forth to this challenge because old Earth is dying. Now, guys, I have been called to have the Archetypes guidebook here to see what's being activated. It is connected to number 11 here, Fortuna, the daughter of Jupiter. And that's our connection to working with Leo. Okay, this is what's being activated. The mask. Confirmation right there, guys. And you know what? We know. Ooh. There's much symbolism for the mask right now. There's many meanings for this mask. This is the mask of this person that's connected to our ego that we've created to protect ourselves. It's not real, authentic self. So we are removing that mask. We've been set forth with a challenge to be the same person in public as we are in private. That's authentic too, and we're activating people with when we go out, when we're our authentic self, we're activating them with our energy. We're activating them with our authentic too. Because remember, this is about the unspoken language of energy. And remember, we heal from this. This doesn't mean we're gonna go out every day and we're activating people. No, we do what we're called to do, but then we honor the recharge. We honor the balance. We honor that, okay, we've gone out, we've activated people within our path wherever we're called to go, and then you know what? We gotta go home. We gotta get back into the hermit mode and recharge. Because this is not easy, right? We honor that. We keep going. And it's connected to the failure. Remember, guys, we're setting forth with a challenge. It's a revision to recharge, to add the positive charge. This is not about our failures anymore. It's about moving forward. And it's about restoring balance between the dark and the light, and healing from the overabundance of distortion of the unbalance, right? Because remember, when things are unbalanced, it's distorted. And that's where the shadow energies are created. We have to restore the balance through us, and this is what we're doing. The fault line. The fissure, the crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's like the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely that cracking open is overdue and fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. We're working from the ground up, guys. We're working with the earth. We're redefining reality. We're breaking open. It is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisit it. The time to heal is now. And there it is. We're healing from our Three of Swords situations. And it's connected to the mask, the persona, the performance, the reveal. We often think of a mask as something that conceals our identity, yet contemplate that possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. It allows the mask. The mask gives voice to that which was previously rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression, yet was never given a role to play on the stage of your life. You are in the realm of the theater, so anything is possible. Speak with the other's voice, embody the other's limbs. You are taking part in the ritual of expanding the self. There may be mischief and deception around, and others may be trying on new masks too. No one is sure who is who. It's likely you've become so attached to a single mask that you need to fall face forward into this perception. Bending time, trust it. And there's our connection to the Queen of Swords. We're working with our perceptions. We're bending our perceptions. We're bending reality. Because we're mastering self. We're expanding. Now, this is revealing what has been suppressed. Guys, we have to reveal what's been suppressed. And look at this key piece of information. As the Zen Kuan suggests, meditate on your original face, the one you had before your mother and father were born. Guys, we got to meditate on that. That's going to help us more than ever, man. And it's connecting us to the truth. Our soul recognizes the truth when someone speaks it. A cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Athea. It is an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Athena by its contagiousness. Look at that, guys. Contagiousness. We're like that flame that's going to just light the spark, light the fire for the collective. We see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. This requires us to step toward an act of truth. So guys, we're stepping toward an act of truth to heal from our impulses. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic art, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. And this is what we're doing. And that's also, too, has to do with communication again. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. And this is also true. We're reclaiming our own energy. We're restoring health, a sense of belonging in the world, because we're connecting to our truth. We're connecting to self. We're connecting to our authentic tune. And we need our authentic tune to play in this grand symphony. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Clarity, revelation, and disclosure. Blah. Okay. Restoring balance. We're doing it. All right, guys, where are we going? I love it. We are restoring balance, guys, through growth. The Seven of Pentacles is here, and this is connected to the fault line, our failures. Now, why we feel like we have to walk on eggshells, because we're healing from trauma, we're healing from a failure, we're healing from whatever negative situation, but we're going to add the positive charge. This is about growth. This is about adding the light. We got to add the light to grow. That is the positive to the negative. We restore balance, and it's through the Page of Cups. Love. Restoring love. And there's New Earth. And it's connected to the Fool, a new beginning. We're working with the elements in the Four of Wands. We understand how to work with the elements. We're going to just going to see. I feel like getting a reshuffle here and just see where we're going. So, we're in New Earth. We're building with the elements. And the King of Wands is here with the Seven of Wands. We're choosing to heal. There's our connection to Aries, the fire, and the Wands, the fire. We're choosing to heal. We're choosing to raise our vibration. And we're choosing to do it through the earth with water. The Knight of Pentacles is here. And he has a water canister with a pentacle on it, and he's traveling on a journey through the earth. But he needs that water. He needs that water to keep him hydrated. All right. That card flew out by itself. Here we go. So, we know we've had an ending. The masculine's had an ending. And it's in order to begin to manifest. And there is the manifestation between the cup and the sword. Remember we said when the sun was out that we were going to be manifesting with the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. Well, look at that. There's the connection between the masculine and feminine. Right there. And it has to do with the Four of Pentacles shift. And look at that. We have shifted. Now, because we've entered the flow, we've entered the tail, we're giving to receive and receiving to give. Look, we're being gifted. That's connected to the Ace of Pentacles. This is restoring balance. And there it's happened. The Queen of Wands is here with the King of Wands. Counterpart energy. We've done it. Our connection to Aries. Healing from our impulses. We're removing our masks to recharge through the earth on our spiritual quest with the Nine of Pentacles. And we know this is where we're working with the sun and the moon to restore balance on our spiritual quest. And we are connecting even if we're in separation to heal, harmonize, and raise the vibration. I want to thank you guys for doing just that. It's been an incredible, incredible reading. It's been an incredible time hanging with La Luna and the sun. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Love, light, and healing energy sent your way to create with during this magical time of shifting and raising our vibration into new earth. Guys, I look forward to see where we're going. Please take care. This has to do with the Eight of Cups. This is making sense of that Two of Cups. This is making sense of that Two of Cups through sequencing, through patterning, through vibration, through harmony, through symphony, through creation. We're figuring it out. We're figuring out our way. Love you guys.